Welcome back to For the Mamas Collective Podcast, a space where we believe in the power of connection and shared experiences.
Hi, I'm Danielle.
And I'm Jaleesa. We here. Y'all see us. We're so excited to be with y'all today because this episode is a little different.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't noticed yet, this is our first time recording with the camera on.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it for a while, and honestly, it just feels like a leap of faith that, I mean,
Here we
I
go.
don't know, I'm still a little nervous.
Right. Listening to the signs and gentle nudges, and here we are. We're here. It feels vulnerable, feels pretty awkward, but
Hmm.
also freeing. I don't know. The freedom is gonna come later on once we're done. I think I don't feel that free right now, but it will. But this space has always been about being seen and heard, and now you get to see us too.
I hope you like it.
Right? It
No,
is what
just
it
kidding. But
is.
seriously, it is. And that, I think I was just sharing with you that this was hard for me. But this is me, right? I'm showing
Mhm.
up. I'm coming exactly as I am. So
Yes.
this is what it looked like behind the scenes. There's nothing extra, no fluff.
Right.
This is it.
This is it. Y'all take what you need from this.
Take it, take it. Let this just, be the gentle nudge you need for something. I
Yeah.
don't know, but
Do it
let's jump
scared.
in.
Let's get it.
Yeah, yeah, here we are. So our Rose and Thorn check-in. Love to start with this.
Mhm.
Jaleesa, I mean, it's been 2 weeks. What you got?
I'm trying to. Oh, Sydney had her first basketball game,
Yay!
and she scored the only point, and that's a win. That's a
That
win.
is a win. That is
Yes,
a win.
and she's really
The
good. Like everyone
Did they
sees
win?
it. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, but I think the
Just
other
wonder.
the other girls on her team are like just really learning basketball.
Okay.
Whereas she's had all of this conditioning and stuff, so even in the coaches and some other people, she got offered to do like a travel team with the one of the
Mm.
girls in the varsity's dad does it and stuff like that. So it's like all that hard work has paid off for her. And it was so cool to just she had a whole little section cheering for her. So many of Rob's friends came out and my parents and everybody came, Rob's parents. So yeah, she cool. Sitting trying to act cool. I'm like, oh, you trying to
I
be
mean,
humble.
Sydney is cool. Excuse me. She is. And both her parents play basketball. Like, how exciting is that?
Yes,
Oh
she
my
can be much
goodness.
better than me. Let's leaning on daddy. I was on the court doing a whole lot of nothing. Sydney is definitely not getting that skill from me. I just gave her the right combination of genes. That was my part. And her daddy got on the skills. Yeah. And I just there go my phone. And we did a pumpkin patch yesterday. And I don't really do
Oh,
like, oh, let's just get up and go. But Thursday, I was thinking about it and I was like, it's gonna be warm. I should do this because Sydney's out of school. So Robert got to have his little ditch day. And we went to the pumpkin patch and it was fun. They was feeding the goats. He's not scared of animals, and that's feels
that
scary.
scares you.
I'm like, oh, you all up in there. Okay. So that was fun. We had a fun day on this hopefully last warm week because I'm ready for that.
Hmm.
That is my thorn, truly.
Hmm.
It should not be hot right now. It's messing my allergies up, and I just want it to be fall. I want to turn on some Disney Halloween movies, and I want it to be a little crisp
Right.
in the air and keep it pushing.
Now, are y'all having, I know here, like it's very much like fall mornings. Like it's like 53 when we get up, and then it's like
Mm.
82 by 1 o'clock. And I'm like,
Yes, and I don't know how to dress Robert for school because he's like, I'm cold. I'm like, but you're going to be hot.
layers.
So,
So they can lose them and leave them, and then you can do it again the next day.
right. Yeah, that's stressing me out. So you just going, you want to wear shorts this afternoon? You got to wear shorts this morning. Hey, all right. You don't want to wear long pants? You cold, ain't you? Yeah, well, what happens? Mommy, why is it like this? I don't know. Global warming. Oh.
Hmm.
But what about you? What's your rose and thorn?
So, Rose, that party we were planning for Ari is done.
Yeah.
Done. It was hard work. It was beautiful. It came together well. I told Trey at the end, I was like, I know we did a good job because did we talk about this already? I might be losing track of time.
No, you were the
Okay.
last time we talked on the podcast, you were getting ready, but it hadn't
Okay. Okay.
fully flushed out.
I feel
Yeah.
like I told this story so many times. I was like, I might be repeating myself. Like, somebody let me know. But no, the kids were like crying when it was time to leave. Their parents were like, we gotta go. Like some of them had
No.
other things to do. Most of them had like missed nap because there was so many neighborhood things going on that day. But like
Mhm.
they didn't want to leave. And I was like, yes, like I
Mm.
did something right.
Yeah.
It's everybody had a great time. So that was one of my roses. Thorn, brain fog. I
Mm.
am lost in the sauce. Like
Mm.
I feel like everywhere I turn, there's something that
Mm.
needs to be done. Work is nonstop. Like Ari had a little break, and so she was home Friday. She'll be home Monday. But I've been traveling for the last two
Oh,
weeks, and
yeah.
Trey was traveling before that, and the surgery. And it just feels like I'm so far behind on everything that I don't know where to start to get caught up.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm telling Trey, I'm like, if you see it and you can just organize it for me in a list, I can tackle a list, but like just thinking about it and not
Right.
knowing where to start, I'm just going to sit down.
Right.
Um, and it's also just that crossroads because I want to enjoy the weekend. Like on Friday, I told my girlfriend, I was like, we should do a pumpkin patch. And
Mm.
then I had another girlfriend reach out. She's like, hey, we're going to do, something I've never heard of, but it's down the street from us. And it is a pumpkin patch. It's like in the
Mm.
cemetery, but they have like a little market set up and they have
Mm.
pumpkins from local vendors and things like that. And so we're going to go tomorrow, but I'm like, I'm going to enjoy my weekend. It's just a thorn because I know I have so many other things to do and
Yeah.
it's not fair is how I just want
Yeah.
to I just not fair. Life isn't fair, but like I'm upset by that. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's where we're at. But looking forward to next week because
Yeah.
things should slow down, maybe take a couple days off work and reset,
Right.
get to a good place.
Oh, yeah, that's what it sounded like. Once you get caught up, it'll feel a little better. I can't promise the brain fog will go away, but
But it's just because there's so much. Like, how do you
mhm.
sort it out especially when you know, like, you have to make a bigger mess
Mhm. Yeah,
to
that's
clean it
it.
up. Like,
Yep.
yeah, it's gonna get worse before it gets better, and it's already unmanageable. So, like,
Oh, hey.
oh,
Well, might as well make it bigger. Make it a bigger mess.
and then leave it because
And
I
leave
gotta travel. So it'll
it.
be here when I get back.
Yeah. Well, that part. Either
Hmm.
way, you gotta do it, so you might as well do it when you got the capacity to.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So, fun stuff. But I'm
Mhm.
excited because I feel like we left off at such a great place last time,
Mhm.
last episode rather, and I've had so much time to think about it.
Mhm.
So I hope y'all been thinking about it too,
Right.
hopefully. And if you're new here, go back and listen to last episode, episode 24. We talked about cultural scripts.
Yep.
And so we're going to pick up where we left off with that big
Mhm.
question. How can we model healthier attachments
Mhm.
so our kids don't inherit the silent rules that we struggled with?
Yeah, and that's gonna be
Hmm.
deep. We going
Hmm.
deep dive in today, because it's one thing to name scripts we inherited, and it's
Hmm.
another to ask, how do I raise my children differently when I didn't get it
Yeah.
modeled? Like, how do I give them tools that I'm learning how to use in real time? That's
Hmm.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it's so much. I
Yes.
feel like just because, like you said, learning in real time. But even before the learning, like it's even recognizing that like I need to learn. Like
Mhm.
I feel like so many times
Mhm.
like being the responsible adult, being the parent, being
Mhm.
the mother, like I'm just supposed to know everything and then it's like, oh shoot, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I have to learn and not only for them but for me, like if it's going to be healthy and then just remembering like what did I need as a kid that I didn't get,
Mhm.
which the inner child, little Danielle,
Mhm.
she's loud now.
Yeah.
It like she is loud and I just feel
Mm.
like there was, just maybe like some validation she could have used or
Mm. Mhm.
I don't just things that that wouldn't have made me the people pleaser that I grew up to be,
Mm.
to where I didn't have so many things to unlearn, I feel, in order
Mhm.
for me to be happy with myself, and then just being mindful on how, you know, I handle that and how I approach that with my children, especially with them being so different, all three of them.
Yeah.
Ugh. God forbid I have one blueprint, one outline. Like,
Right.
no, 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 no. I got to go down three different paths. Um, but yeah, just being intentional about what I give to my kids. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, same. I think for me, it's like the desire to be seen and heard, comes from maybe not feeling that. But then it's like, do
hmm
I make space for my children to have that? It's like, am I doing the thing that I didn't like and I didn't want?
yes. Oh,
Or am I getting better at being the thing that I wanted, being the person, being the mother, being the parent that I wanted? I
hmm
have no clue. And well, I do know sometimes, but it's so manual that it's like, when you're trying to double check your work, like, I know this is right, but let me try it again. Let me double check.
right.
You're like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have this conversation with this kid. Dang, how did that go? Was that right? Should I go back? So,
hmm
and
Yep.
sometimes it's awkward because you're using new skills just because you wanted it. And that was after therapy in my 20s, right? I didn't know I wanted it at 7, 8, 9, 10.
Right, right.
It's like just because you want it doesn't mean you know how to execute it. And like you said, for each individual child, it looks very different. But they deserve a different story. And if I have
hmm
to change my voice and narrate it differently for them, that's what I'm gonna do. If I got to be a character and I have to change how my character shows up, that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Right. So, I mean, and for the sole purpose of making sure that they don't
Mhm.
get what we didn't like. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? What we could have lived without. And it's
Yeah.
not, again, no fault to our parents.
Yeah.
Kim, Robert, I love y'all.
Yeah.
But, just what we want in this story that we're
Right.
writing. And I think, like, if we can be practical for just a minute, I'm very much, and I know you're there,
Mhm.
at this stage, but like curiosity. Ooh, these little minds, like
Yes.
this new school Chase started, they have a thing when I was sitting in the classroom preparing for the field trip where like they just have this kind of free talking session and all the
Mm.
kids are telling riddles.
Mm.
Now you one might ask, what does an 8 or 9 year old know about a riddle?
Mhm.
Nothing. I'm glad you asked. Nothing. They're making stuff up on the fly and it doesn't even make sense half the time. And it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And, and then there's Ari who's just like a little parrot, a little mockingbird. And so she's saying these
Yeah.
things. And yes, it seems like she's using them in the right context, but I'm like, huh? And I know it's just her curious mind, but
Mm.
then it comes down to like, mommy's tired, you're talking about things that I don't care about,
Yeah.
like
For
at
real.
all. And like
Literally.
it's right. And how do I find a way to not be dismissive
Mm.
in those moments
Mhm.
to make sure that they feel seen and heard and that they feel like I think what's important to them is important as well.
Mhm.
Uh, because again, I just don't care.
Yeah.
And so that's, but I was the little girl who my mom used to be like, there's no such thing as a bad question. And I would be
Mm.
22 questions in, and she'd be like, Danielle, there's such thing as too many questions. So
Yeah.
what I need you to do is stop. I would be like, well, you said there's no such thing as a bad question. I thought I could ask all the
Yeah.
questions I wanted. And she's like, no, 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 no. And so, like, knowing that that made me feel like I had to silence myself, silence my
Mm.
thoughts, that the things I was curious about didn't matter. I'm learning
Mhm.
how to show up for my kids in a
Mhm.
way that doesn't do that same thing. So,
Yeah. And it's so different, right, to embody that inner child is active and parent
mhm.
brain is shutting down. It's exhausted. It's tired. I don't I don't I don't care.
I can't talk about these rocks you picked
I
up off the playground
I
anymore, like at all. I
Mommy,
don't
do
want to find
you
them in new
know?
homes.
Like, uh-huh.
hmm
Yeah, I know. Do you know how
hmm
tired I am is what I wanna say.
hmm
But, um, I think right. So it's the same thing, right? That dismissive piece. Like as a parent, you understand. You can look in hindsight and be like, "Oh, I get it. My parent was probably very tired. They picking me up at the end of the day or something, or we're having a conversation.
Hmm.
All the things that an adult goes through, and then here you come, la, la, la.
Just a mile a minute
um,
because you're so excited to see them.
yeah, and it's just talk about anything, and yes, and figuring out how to, I think it's like match your inner child and your child that you gave birth to, how to match that energy for both, right? Because when we
Hmm.
dismiss it, then the unspoken message is like, what matters to you doesn't matter to me, and we know that that's not true. It matters. I want to hear it, and my ears are ringing. Like, stop talking for a minute.
You know what gets me, and I don't know why I'm hearing this right now. What gets me is when they be like, "Oh, I want to show you something," and Chase will be like in the other room laughing his tail off. It is so funny. He's like, "Mom, you gotta watch this," and he brings it to me, and I'm like,
Mhm.
"Okay," and and I'm like waiting for it. Like, what was so funny? And like, he's like, "Wasn't that funny?" And I was like, "Oh, it happened already? Like, what was I waiting?"
It
Like.
happened already.
I missed it. It went right over my head,
Yeah.
and I feel like I was paying attention. So it's like I find myself being so intentional that like I still miss it because I'm just not, you know, I don't know. It's almost like I have to approach the situation already as
Mm.
as an 8-year old. I don't know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah.
because like that. Maybe that is funny to an 8-year old. Maybe it's funny to an 8-year old boy.
Right.
I've never been an 8-year old. You know what I mean? But then I
Right.
feel bad because I'm like, oh, now he thinks I don't think what he thinks is funny, but I expect him to laugh at, my jokes and oh,
Yeah.
the challenge.
Yeah. But, I think for me, it's like I'll start teaching. Okay. Oh, well, oh, you're showing me this. We're talking about this. Okay. Now let's go a little bit deeper. What can you reason about that? Or like, this is, yeah, you thought it was funny, but it's actually inappropriate. And now we have to have a conversation about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it becomes that, and it becomes parenting and work, and I want them to have good heads on their shoulders. So, and then again, that for me, that was what I got a lot. It wasn't like, I want to follow your curiosity. I was talked at a lot, like just a lot of information all the time, and my
Yep.
curiosity would be met with what this adult can just now tell me. And that's part of my silence, and what I'm trying not to do with my children is not
Mm-hmm.
take away, like diminish the moment of curiosity, or like that they think they telling me something, and in my mind I really be like, meow, no, you're not right. But like I what's another way to say that? Or like, let them get it out, and then we explore and move around. And so it's like, mommy, did you know? Oh wow, I did not know that. That's so cool. I'm tired right now, so are we done
Mm-hmm.
here, or you got more? You got more you want to go, or can I get back to what I'm doing? Yeah, okay, but okay, cool. Go on. Whenever you want to come back and tell me something cool, but give me a minute. But,
Mm-hmm.
it's just about making sure that they know that their voice matters. Like if we are talking, we're talking. Or, they like to say some wild stuff sometimes. And I'm like, well, I have to understand. I do say wild things too. But mine, especially Robert, hmm, hmm, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's the one. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, well, I just have to let you say that. And then I'm gonna have to teach you that that's not how you say it. That's not what
That's
we're
not
going to
what we do.
do.
Yeah. And you know what's so funny? Like hearing you say that, Chase is my one. And I mean, Marquise is too. Marquise is a storyteller.
Yeah.
If you be like, oh, mom, I got to tell you about my day. Him and Chase both. I'm like, Mom, I want to show you something. I, if I'm not ready to receive it, I have to stop them and be like, hey, I just
Mhm.
got home, or I
Mhm.
just signed off, or I really need to do this
Mhm.
before a certain time. Can we connect in 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
So that I can engage with you uninterrupted and really
Mhm.
focus because they're so impulsive that it's like it needs to be right now. And
Mm.
I know right now is not fast. Right now is going to be 20, 30 minutes. I have to have all the details.
Mm.
We're not going to skip over one thing. and then you got to show me, and then I got to let you be sidetracked by something else
Right.
because that's going to happen, but I'm still supposed to be attentive, you know? And so really just
Mhm.
like setting those healthy boundaries so that we can both get what we want out of the exchange or the
Mhm.
interaction. And I found that's worked well,
Mhm.
but I had to learn that
Yeah.
because for so long they were doing to me, and I was allowing what, you know, my parents did the same way. Like it was just
Yeah.
bombarding me. And then I wasn't really present. I wasn't listening to that. Well, did you hear that? Well, what do you think about that? I'm like,
Mm.
honey, I'm cooking dinner. I don't know what she said. You know, like, do you want to eat tonight? And now I've just
Mm.
completely dismissed the whole interaction. And
Right.
so I've been the last few years just trying to be more mindful of that and set those boundaries so that they know.
Mhm.
And like I said, when we do connect, it feels more meaningful. So that's been
Mhm.
nice.
Mhm. So it sounds like we're trying to operate in secure attachment for them.
Oh,
Yeah, and I think that's the unfamiliar terrain, right? It's like, I want a secure attachment for you, and I don't know what that looks like.
And I'm still trying to figure that out for myself. So
Yeah,
here we go together.
right. Here we go. I got to listen to all the details of your story.
hmm
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
But you know, but what's beautiful, and that's what I like having just that one little tidbit for me where it's like, hey, give me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or, and I'm Marquise, he's gonna forget. I will wake up the next day. He'll be like, my bad, mama. I was supposed to call you back and tell you, you know, whatever story, and, you know, we'll catch up with each other whenever. Chase,
Mhm.
he'd be like, Mom, it's been 5 minutes. Are you ready? Because I, like, Lord have mercy. You know,
Yeah.
but like you said, it's just it's the consistency that I think really
Mhm.
matters. And so if I keep
Mhm.
setting my boundary and he holds me to it, like we're gonna get there,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
and in time,
Mhm.
like he will see that. And I mean, they're very comfortable coming and
Yeah.
talking. And I love that. Like, please share with me. I don't
Right.
want you to, you know, just call your brother or talk to your siblings or talk to your dad. Like, I want you to have that with me
Yeah.
because it's important to,
Mhm.
you know, I don't
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
But
But I think that
whew,
makes it possible to be there for them because we aren't endlessly available, but you're creating what we're trying to do is create reliability that like I'm a safe
mhm,
space to come to, even
mhm.
with your wanderings in your mind.
With all this curiosity
All
you
of this
hold.
stuff, and because that's what gets snuffed out in kids early, just because parents and adults are just hustling and bustling, and what we can tend to do is snuff it out in a child, like the curiosity, their love for being outside, and I know I'll do that. I'm like, can I just 5 minutes? No, I have to get on a call. Now, granted,
Mhm,
no, I have to get on a call, but yes, later, no, right now, and yes, later is so many
mhm,
things to adjust so that we make sure that it's like not endlessly available. We can't just do what you want to do or stop everything for this thing
mm,
that you want to do, but we
that
can
is
make
so important.
time. Like we can make some time for it. I can be a reliable resource for you. I can be a
Mm,
safe space, but it's like that type of intentionality. I love my parents. I know they didn't have that. I don't that whole there's no generation other than ours right now that is so active in I gotta make sure, and then we're stressing ourselves out, but you're the parent trying to reparent yourself and
mhm,
fill in some of those gaps because at the same time, we're not saying our parents need to bear the burden of what they did or did not do. What we're saying is to develop secure attachment, we have to now recognize and have self-awareness about our gaps and about our needs and
mhm.
about our inner child and go in and do the work
Yes.
for that little Jaleesa, that little Danielle, that little you out there for the mama's land.
Mhm.
That is you can free yourself from needing it to be your parent, even if y'all have a relationship now or not, and let it be about what I can do. Like let me heal
Yes.
myself. Every time I make space for a conversation with Sydney where I'm like, "What's up, Sid? How was your day?" or like I'm just I'll bust in her room and I'll be like, I'm just checking on you. Like, you know, like every time I bust in your room, it's not because you're in trouble. Like I'm really just in here.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You
I
know?
did that before the call and he wasn't in his room. And I was like, where did he go? Like, but I was like, "Huh,
Yes.
okay."
Yes. It's like I'm here. I'm cool. You know, it's you don't have to we don't have to have this strict dynamic where you're seen and not heard, or I'm so tired. And it's like, no, we have to make
Mm-hmm.
space for our own curiosity, our own playfulness. So then we know how to receive it, because that's a big piece too. If you don't know how to receive it from your child, you are going to ruin their childhood, because you're going to make them have to grow up fast. And I'm saying that from a learned place, that I was starting
Mm-hmm.
to ruin Sydney's childhood because everything has to be so serious. Rob loved to make mention of how stressed I was about her writing her E's backwards. Like we would be sitting on the couch, she would be crying because I'm like, you need to write these E's the right way. And she was probably 4 or 5. Like some kids aren't even
Mm.
writing well at that point. And I'm like, God, your E's can't be backwards. I don't know what this means. But it wasn't about her. It was about, I need to be something, like my child can't be wrong or whatever I was thinking at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the stress of like what I was seeing, which was children of all walks of life that were going through a lot of things. So I'm like, no, my child can't have that. So in trying to squeeze down onto her and impress upon her this life, I was snuffing out her little light. And so I'm that I will never do that. There can be nothing on this planet that makes me do it again. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, because Sydney and Robert come first in a way that is healing to my inner child. I don't care about
Mm-hmm.
nobody's job. I don't care about family members. I don't care about anything when I need to care about my kids' thing. And sometimes I have to say it
Right.
to myself, like, girl, who cares that you're tired? Who cares? Close your mouth, open your ears, look enthused. Sometimes I have to do like it's gonna be 5 minutes. Just get through it, because
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to snuff out their light. Like, and then they'll go on. Now Sydney's getting to the age where she's like, "Girl, get out of my room." She's not ever gonna say that, but she'll be like, "All right, you ain't giving
Is that
me."
all? Oh,
Very dry,
Chase can't wait. If I open his door, he'll pull his headphones off and I'll be like, that's all you need? Are you done?
right? Bye. Oh, yeah.
What? I'm sorry. I would never say that to my
Right.
parents.
I'm trying to come and be healing right now. You don't want this secure attachment, or
You right. You know,
is it already in the air? What's happening?
this is my inner child needing my parents to check in on me
Yeah.
and like you're not receiving it the way the way Danielle needs you to. Like what's
Yes.
happening?
Yes. I just made a big space for you. You don't get this. And
Hmm.
Rob told me this before. He's like, she's just a kid. And I was like, she really gets to just be a kid. It makes me so tearful sometimes
Hmm.
when I think about it. Like, oh, she doesn't think about this stuff because her brain is only used for kid things. She doesn't have to have any hyper awareness, hyper independence, hyper nothing. Her biggest stressor is, oh, I can't wait for Friday to get on that tablet. That's the hardest part of her life. And doing basketball, that ain't even hard to her. So I'm like, wow, Robert, you different. But again, the life is so good for them that he is like, he has high expectations. Again, Sydney
Yeah.
went through something different. Her expectations aren't always as high. Robert has some high expectations. Where's my daddy? At work. And then Rob will come in and he's like, Daddy, are you staying? And so you look at that and you get frustrated. And then it's like, but you know what? That's what secure attachment looks like at my house. It don't look perfect.
Hmm.
It is certainly not perfect, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah. And you know what? That's so true. I had a run-in with this week
Mm.
where I'm struggling
Mm.
because I want my children to stay children as long as I can.
Yeah.
And there are things that I will do for Marquise as an adult child, just because I'm like, I know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing right now, and so I can help you,
Yeah.
in this way. Um, and then there's Chase, but just remembering, like, my expectation of Ari right now is borderline non-existent. Like, ma'am, sit your sassy jazzy tail down and just stop. Put your hand on my face. Like, it's just she is what she is. But Marquise grew up with me.
Mhm.
Marquise was very much raised the way I was raised. I think a
Mhm.
lot of what he will find later in his adult life is what I had to deal with in my late 20s, early 30s.
Mm.
Um, and that saddens me.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I want them to stay kids. But then I look at Chase and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, why
Right.
are you not doing X, Y, and Z? Because that's all I know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I had chores. I did my own laundry. I ironed my own clothes. I got my sister ready for
Yeah.
bed, like got her ready for school.
Yeah.
I kept my room clean. And
Mhm.
if his head wasn't attached, like he would lose it, Like it's like that's how much like I'm trying to keep him together and like I just don't understand it because he's so different from me
Yeah.
as to where Marquise was so similar and we were so close, so much closer in
Mhm.
age.
Mhm.
Um, and it's like I'm finding myself like trying to stop it. And even hearing it, like I hate to say
Mhm.
this, to give this the time and energy. But his father said this
Mm.
week, he was like, he's 8. I know you got a baby. I know he's the middle child now. I know you want him to be as responsible as Marquise, but he's
Mm.
not Marquise and he's not
Mm.
you and he never will be. And if you can't learn him, then it's going to be
Mm.
a problem. And when I say immature Danielle
Yeah, wanna shoot the
hung
message.
up the phone, oh, I hung up. I'm
Oh.
not trying to hear that. I hung up the phone because you done said what you needed to say. I heard it, but now I
Mhm.
need time to process it because I
Mm.
don't want that for him. Like I
Mhm.
know what I want and I know that I do so I know that, if you're not in my home, you only see the half of it. That much I
Yeah.
know. I know I'm a wonderful mother. I know I'm not perfect.
Right.
I know I'll never be perfect, but there's always room for improvement. And so just hearing that, I have tried to even just this week reframe so much of
Mm.
my thinking so that I can make sure that he does it. That like this conversation is all like so right on
Yeah.
par. Like it's just so
Yeah.
timely always. But I don't want to do that to him. I want him to be a kid. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't be thinking about nothing else at 8. I'm mad that
Right.
I folded your clothes and you didn't put them in the drawer the way I folded them.
Right.
Why did I fold them if you was just gonna bunch them up? You could see these
Right.
drawers. I'm like, what?
Why did I
It
spend the time?
why? But at the same time, like he's 8. That boy is thinking about getting back to his game or outside to do. He's not. Laundry is the least of his concerns,
Mhm.
as it should be.
Mhm.
Like we might have been thinking about what we was gonna have for lunch or preparing a meal or doing,
Right.
the whole,
Yes.
yeah, like we really did grow up. Like we were grown at 8.
Yeah.
I
I can.
I can't argue that. And
Mhm.
Marquise was grown at 8 too. Chase is not. And I'm
Yeah.
happy for him.
Mhm.
And I'm happy that he's teaching me, that is okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
And that's sometimes
mm,
it feels like a hard line, right? Where you're like, yes, I'm letting you be a kid. And then like how much do I instill discipline and like
oh, and
motivation
accountability
and
and responsibility and like
it's
what?
like when does that come into play? And if a play therapist tell me it's in a game, I don't want to hear that because I'm not playing all the time. I'm not doing that. We're not playing all the time. I guess we
Yeah,
just gotta let them
yeah.
talk because hey, I don't know. I can't. We're not gonna learn it from play. Not in this house. We gotta learn
hmm
it a different way.
hmm
But it also
No,
won't be in strict chores and regimen and all that. It's like be a kid.
right.
But how do you make enough space for them to be a kid and then learn all the things we need? Well, because we got now, it's like the things we know we got it. Our fuel is anxiety. Like I'm anxious about it. So yeah, I need this needs to be folded this way and it has to be done this way. These dishes, the garbage.
Dishes got to be done before bed. You got to make your bed as soon as you get
Yeah.
out. You know what I mean? It's never ending.
Yeah, it's like, how
Never
do you
ending.
teach that without anxiety? That is like, how do you maintain
hmm
a secure attachment without the anxiety that we were raised on of like, I'm just dumb. I'm scared of my mama. I don't want her. I ain't trying to get yelled at. My kids are not gonna
Right.
get yelled at. They're gonna get talked to death, but they're not going to get yelled at. I mean, maybe, but not to the point where
I mean, I
they're
might raise my voice, but
they
like,
not scared of us. Not to the
I
point
just,
where
you know,
you're scared of
no.
me. You're not,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Robert is not scared, and he gets a little octave. I got to give him something because he don't like to listen. But it's like when but with him, he sees me cleaning up, and I'll ask. I think it's that, and maybe asking them and making it playful without it not being a game, but making it playful enough that it's still a part of the kid experience. I think that's what I'm trying to get at, is that the things that we need them to
Yeah.
be dedicated and mindful of, we have to just form it into their kid experience, not try to make them fit what our adult experience is, but come into it and be
Yeah.
like, come
Yeah.
on, man, I'm about to time you. Anything still on the floor after 5 minutes, garbage. It's mine. And he'd be like, gone. Floor clean. I'm like, cool. All right, man. I'm never going to throw his stuff away. Not for real. But are you motivated
But
by that?
Marquise's stuff was thrown away.
I bet you Sydney and
Oh,
Sydney had to watch. I made Sydney go throw some stuff away before. Like, this is junk. You're not playing with it. I can't take it. Robert, because Robert slap me and take his toys back. Okay, so let's not do that. Let's not do that,
Robert. Robert.
girl. Well, he will slap me on the leg and be like, "No, no, don't take it." So
Listen.
again, the two different experiences, and Sydney would be like, "You better stop playing."
Mhm.
She'd be like, "He just." I'm like, "I'm sorry, see it. He has a different parent. I'm tired, child, and I've learned I'm
Mhm.
different." Now that's one thing I have to tell her,
Yeah.
and I maybe have to tell Marquise too. Like, I don't love him more. He's not getting anything that you didn't get. It's just coming out
Mhm.
differently. He has a
It's coming out
smarter
differently.
parent, but he isn't so special that he's getting something better. I have to let Sydney know that. Like, nah, both of y'all can get the same thing, good or bad. It's just gonna come out differently because I've learned. And I be telling her, I'm like, sorry, kid,
Mhm.
you probably got the worst of me,
Oh yeah.
but I'm better now. And she'd be like, mm.
And I'll be better tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's we both have so much to look forward to.
Yes. I'm like, girl, I did good, didn't I see it? Sometimes I have to know. I
Mhm.
need confirmation. She'd be like,
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's one of my fears though. Like I worry because we know they don't teach it in school, but like preparing our children to be functional adults,
Yes.
like to be like I want you to be the college roommate that somebody is happy to have, right? Like
Yes.
not a slob, not any of that. I want you to be a partner
Yeah.
in life that somebody is happy to have.
Yes.
Like that you can carry your own weight, you can pick up the pieces, you can fill in where they can't, where you know how to do these things. I don't want you to not know how to do laundry and pay bills or do the
Right.
dishes or do like why what what type of psychopath like loads a dishwasher, in this way? Like some of the things I see, I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh God, like that is not maximizing efficiency and like it drives me crazy. But it's just like I want you to know these things. And I think if we don't stop and make it playful, like you said, like I try to get them in the kitchen as much as I
Mhm.
can, just because I think that's where like a lot of life.
Yes.
But if they don't have to be, oh, they have zero interest.
Yeah.
Zero, like they have a million other things they would rather do. And so it's just like there's gonna come a time where it's like, hey, we're gonna focus on this. Like maybe we cook dinner as a family or whatever
Mhm.
that looks like to where everybody kind of has their piece. But right now, it's not, I mean, I never understood why my parents wanted to stand over my shoulder while I washed the dishes. If you want to monitor, you can wash the dishes, is what little me was saying.
Right.
Like it's
You do it.
I'm not doing it well. Right. You just do it. So like I don't want to be that, but I also I can't have you, going to somebody's house and helping clean up and you still got dirty dishes because you don't know how to wash them. Like,
Right.
no, 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 no. So whatever. I'm sidebar, side railing, getting way off topic, kind of sort of. But yeah, it's there's a fine line and
Yeah.
each day is progress. Marquise, if you're listening, I love you. I'm sorry
Mhm.
that, you didn't get the best version of me.
Yeah.
I thank you for learning though, and for
Mhm.
continuing to learn and for showing up for your brother in ways that, I wish I could have shown up for you.
Yeah.
But again, I'm here now, and that we still have plenty of time to work on our relationship. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm grateful for that. And I hope, you and Sid are there, and one day we can look back and just be like, whew, that was the time.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Shout
but
out
we're
shout out
okay.
to the oldest kids that get the worst of us, and
Mhm.
they come out better for it, and long as
Yeah, that
we
really start our growth journey.
yes. Yes, right? 'Cause we can't hold that like, "Ah, I wish I could have been better." I was who I was. I'm not
Hmm.
there anymore, and they get a better parent every time we choose to be different. And every time it's
Yeah,
like, "Oh, I don't like how that felt to yell at them." Or, okay. So then I'm going to be different for you. Like that's the only solution. Change. Like do
yeah,
it different. Have some self-awareness. So shout out to the firstborns that you know, they don't always get the best version of their parent in the beginning, but they
yeah.
do get the version that evolves and it gets better and better and better.
Yep, yep. And shout out to the parents who are, open to change, who are
Yeah.
actively trying. I mean, it might not happen every day, but like if you got the right mindset, we'll get there
Nope. Yep.
eventually.
We'll get there. We will get there. So
So,
do we have some takeaways for them? We done, y'all. I'm tired of talking and be on this camera looking at myself. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. It's a lot. That
yeah,
was
I know y'all tired of seeing me scratch my face. These allergies, oh, they're
bad.
awful. And I'm
Miss
sorry. My nose
Lemon.
ain't never tickled this much in life until we started
Girl.
this camera. So,
Something about being on
hello.
camera. Whoo, y'all hearing all of these
Hmm.
sounds. Oh well. Listen.
Yep.
Just listen.
This is life. I mean, is
Here we are.
whatever. We're here. We showed up. All
Mhm.
right. So this week or until next time, let's give some things to reflect on, if you will.
Mhm.
But and a lot of this we talked about, right? So this is
Yeah.
for you guys. But what did you need as a child that you're committed to giving your kids now?
Mm, that's good. I like
Oh,
that.
I got a laundry list. A
Right.
laundry list. The
Right.
way you show up for Sid, I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. You know what I mean? Like some of them are so obvious, and some of them are just like,
Yeah.
it's just like the little things. You know what I mean? Like the intangibles,
Mhm.
where it's like nobody would ever know, but like
Mhm.
do that.
Yep. Yep. I know it. I know I'm gonna do this thing. And I'm fiercely
Hmm.
committed to it.
Yeah. And one thing they'll never be able to say is like, oh, like my parents didn't X. Like the way we feel it
Mhm.
or we felt it. I mean, we're
Mhm.
grown now, but they just won't be able to say that. They gonna say some
Mhm.
other things, but
Right. No, I don't let you be on your
you,
tablet all day and night, but I'm here for
but
you.
that's what healthy boundaries are.
I'm making myself go to work every day so I can pay for these other things. You have a tablet.
Hmm.
Let's start there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you're doing extracurriculars. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I
making do
did I didn't
whatever.
do those.
Right. I'm showing up. I'm there. I'm working around my work schedule. Ugh, that's another.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on because I'll go there.
Okay. Yep, yep. Number two. What's one way you can respond differently this week? In a
Mm,
moment of curiosity, a moment of overwhelm, or in a moment of big feelings.
mm-hmm.
Those are, you know, but that helps your child feel loved,
Mm, mm,
secure in love.
mm.
Let's add that, secure in love.
Yeah,
Maybe seen, maybe heard, but like what's one way? Just one.
yeah. You know what? For me, I have to make sure I do my little routine with Robert, even when he stresses me out in the mornings. This question is a good reminder of that. Where I'm like, okay, just take him to cinema school. We can go him out. Nope, we got to go through our handshake. We got to go through our affirmations. We got to go through everything. I'm not gonna change it just because I'm so fuming mad. I don't really even want to talk. Because why did it take us extra 15 minutes to get out of the house? But that question has reminded me to stick to the routine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how secure attachment is built,
that's
right? Like
right.
he's gonna remember that
Yeah,
and he's gonna feel it. Like mornings were always this way.
yeah.
And as an adult, you know what I love about being an adult now, but even looking back and like in the ways that like my parents did show up,
Mhm.
it's just like, dang, I know that took a lot. You know, like,
Mhm.
yeah, I know it was hard for me, like the times you weren't there, but like now knowing that like you really had to stretch yourself thin
Yeah.
to make that happen, and they will remember that when their kids are talking their
Absolutely.
heads off,
Right.
they gonna be like, "Ooh, remember how much I used to talk.
Yes.
My mama went through this with grace. She
Yeah.
did, and a smile, and she was consistent, and
Yes.
now it's your turn."
Right, and we're doing the difference is we're doing it intentionally, right? Where we're making a choice to let our kids know, "I see you, I hear you, you matter. There's space for us all in this in
Hmm.
this house, in this world, and we're gonna do the work to continue to make space for them."
Yeah, that
Yeah,
we will.
awesome,
Well,
awesome.
I'm glad we had this conversation.
Yeah,
I am.
here
I
we
am.
are.
Yeah, thank you everybody for joining us for this very special episode. And I mean, it's we're on camera.
Yeah.
If y'all, Jaleesa.
If y'all don't like, subscribe, if y'all don't do all the social media things, I'm gonna unleash some insecure attached triggers on y'all. I'm just kidding.
No, but seriously,
But
this
for
was
real.
huge for us. And
Yeah.
so it was huge, and this is exciting, and we are truly dedicated to this.
Yes.
We are, and this is just the next step in our journey. So thank you for joining us.
Mhm.
Please share it with another mama, like, subscribe, comment,
Yeah. Do it all.
come back.
Come
Yeah, 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 yeah.
come back. We're
Reflect.
very grateful. Super grateful for it all. And do more. Love you. Love you,
Until
and
next time,
right.
right? Do more, and we'll see
Right. We'll see you next time. Come on back. You like it over here. I know you do. Just come on back.
you. You have to. I feel like
It's good over
this
here. We get on this
energy.
camera again because y'all don't know what it took to get on here today. And we're going to do it every time. And if I have to go through this
Hmm.
every time with this technology, I want to see some numbers.
Yeah.
We're going to see some numbers.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
now y'all get to see the
Yeah.
expressions we have. I know you can hear it in our
Oh yeah.
voices.
The way we feed off of each other,
Yes.
we're a mess. We
Just,
are, we are. But that's so true. It took a lot to get on here.
yes.
So much. Like it's so funny because I'm telling you, like that is when we're wrapping up, we're done, whatever.
Mhm.
But like the devil will try to slow you down and stop you. Like we said we was getting on camera and we hit one technical difficulty after the next.
Yes.
And we
Whole
could
30
have
minutes of
easily, yeah, just been like, oh, we'll go back to doing what we were doing. We'll try it again next week.
yeah. Yep.
Mm-mm.
Yep. I was
No, this is
there. I
dedication,
was
perseverance.
who I was about to say, hey, maybe,
Hmm.
maybe. But we did it. We pushed
We
through.
did it.
And look at
And
that.
I'm gonna hate watching myself. So there's that.
There's that.
I'm gonna watch this video and be like, oh my gosh, Danielle. But
Uh-huh.
the reality is this is me. This
Mhm.
is me. I mean, Jaleesa
Yeah.
knows this is all she's gotten for the last 20 some years.
Right. I ain't gonna change.
That's
Ain't
who I
nothing
am.
changing but
Right.
these cheeks getting bigger. But this is pretty much the same. This is what y'all are gonna get. It's here.
Like it, love it, or leave it, but come back.
Come on back. Please like it and subscribe. See what I did there. All right, y'all. We getting slap happy. All right. Okay, what are we
We need
saying?
a bloopers reel.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, I'm gonna hit them with it one more time. Do all the social media things. Help us out. Be a part of the community. We want to hear from
Yes.
y'all. Um, like Danielle said, until next time.
Bye.
Bye.